Welcome back. Let us go with a new concept today. Actually, it is not a new concept. You have been using it for generations, I can say. But what we were using it, that we will see it in another angle. That is, if you remember angles defined in lower standards, it was defined like this. The angle is union of two non-collinear rays with common origin. That is, union of two non-collinear rays with common origin or having common origin is called as an angle. So by that perspective, let us think. Suppose I have one angle over here. Let it be named as AOB, measuring 30 degree. Okay, and one more angle over here, like this. Okay, this named as PQR. That also measuring 30 degree. So these two angles are there. So in lower standards, what we said, कि angle AOB measures 30 degree, angle PQR measures 30 degree. Both are measuring 30 degree. That means angle AOB and angle PQR are congruent. Okay, that much only was our vision till then. Now, but if you see this, that is, if I try to see it, I see that the direction of angles seem to be, that is, the rays which are directing, they are not in that same direction. Direction of rays seem to be different. Here there is some role to be played by the direction of ray. Okay, what is that role? If you see here, if I take the measurement of angle, means if I keep a protractor over here at 0, then what I will see here, this side it shows 30, right? But when I keep a protractor, that means what happens, the protractor, half part of protractor is on left side, this, okay, this much part. And this is the part where we measure the angle. Now if you pick up that same protractor and keep it over here at Q, the left part which was empty on the first angle is occupied now, and you will get 30 degree to the left of it, not to the right. This was to the right and this is to the left. That means there is a big role played by the direction. Okay, so now we will be studying the actual angle which are called as directed angles, means according to the direction. So let us understand, means now whatever you have studied till lower standard vanishes over here. Now we will expand our thinking and bring it to the different concept. That is, let us go to the concept of directed angles. What exactly is angle? Let us understand that better. Okay. Suppose this is any ray. Let me name it as OA. So this is called as initial arm. Okay, it is called as initial arm. Now this particular ray, suppose this is the point which is fixed, okay, and I have a thread, means I have taken a nail and I have fixed it over here, but to that I have attached a nail, right? So that nail which is there is attached over here, thread is fixed now, but it is free from other end. So that thread I am pulling, this is mine, and now I have my liberty. That is, if I move that thread, and even if I try to take it in straight direction, it will not go straight. It will start bending like this. Okay. So if I move that thread, it is like this. So I can move it like this also, correct? Or I can move it like this also. That means I have two directions. That is, to move, I have two directions. One is anti-clockwise and second is clockwise. I have two directions. Okay. One is anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise means what? Clock, how it goes? 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. This direction is clockwise. लेकिन 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, that is anti-clockwise. So two directions are there. So this thread which is there, I am taking it and moving it in anti-clockwise direction. I start moving it like this, okay? And after moving, I stop at certain position, okay? I stop at, suppose, this position. I stop here, okay? This position I stop. Let that position be your OB. So what exactly I did, I took the thread, revolved, that is kept fixed at O, rotated at O, rotated in anti-clockwise direction. So this is my anti-clockwise. The ray will indicate direction. This is anti-clockwise. Okay? And after rotating it over there, it stopped over here. So this is called as terminal arm. This will be your terminal arm. Okay? So after reaching over there, the final position is obtained. So I got what? Initial arm is rotated at a fixed point. Rotated at a fixed point. In which direction? Either clockwise or either anti-clockwise. To attain the terminal position for the first time. What I did? The initial arm rotated around fixed point such that it takes final position for the first time. Okay, initial arm is rotated. It rotated around a fixed point. Rotation clockwise or anti-clockwise, and took the final position for the first time. Okay, so that initial arm which is rotated around the fixed point in clockwise or anti-clockwise manner to attain the final position for the first time. So that complete set in which you had an initial arm, rotation and the final arm is called as directed angle. Okay, so I can say that directed angle is the angle in which initial arm rotates in clockwise or anti-clockwise manner to attain the final position for the first time is called as directed angle. Okay, so it's directed angle. So it's directed angle. So when I say directed angle, so we generally write it like this. Initial arm pehle, that is your initial arm is this OA. That means it will be A, O and to the terminal arm. Okay. So when you see this, so from this it is understood, come to the vertex. OA is your initial arm. Initial arm is ray OA. Ray OA. That is ray OA. I write completely, perfectly. No symbolical form. Initial arm is your ray OA and terminal arm, your final arm is your ray OB. OA and OB. Okay. So this is directed angle. So directed angle is the initial arm rotates at a fixed point in clockwise or anti-clockwise direction to attain the final position for the first time. That is called as directed angle. This is the symbol we write for angle, directed angle. It starts from initial arm. The initial arm is this one. you cannot say OAB like this. So we read angle as AOB, in which this is your initial arm and the next will be your final arm. Now if the rotation is anti-clockwise, then the angle is considered to be as positive. Okay? And opposite, obviously, so if the rotation is in clockwise, the angle considered will be negative. Okay? So now I understood exactly what is an angle. So let us see what are the types of angle. Okay? So when we go to the types of angles, सबसे पहले I will discuss what is zero angle. As the name suggests, कि angle is zero. That means I will say कि when initial arm attains final position without rotation, for first time, is called as zero angle. That means somewhat like this. This is your initial arm OA, and that same you get here as B. So your angle, this is your initial arm, okay? This is your initial arm and this is your terminal arm, yeah, final arm, okay? So without rotation, that same position is obtained for terminal arm. This is your terminal arm, okay? But no rotation at all. There is no rotation at all. So obviously, since rotation is not there, so initial arm and terminal arm are same. So that case, we define the angle to be as zero angle. Okay? Now, let us understand, since we have taken zero angle, let us understand complete angle. या complete rotation भी लोग इसको बोलते हैं, does not matter. That is complete angle. So what it says कि initial arm attains final position same as initial arm after one complete rotation. One complete rotation means initial arm, which is the initial arm. This is your initial arm. Okay? This will start rotating either clockwise or either anti-clockwise, means like this also. Correct? But when it will rotate, it will come to that same position again. Okay? Yani, this is your suppose initial arm. Okay? So it rotates from here in anti-clockwise manner and reaches over here. That is, the initial arm position and final arm position is same. But it is obtained after one rotation. So either this way or maybe this way also. Okay, let me do this way also. That is either in clockwise or anti-clockwise. That is, let it go in clockwise. If it goes clockwise, the angle traced will be negative. And if it goes anti-clockwise, the angle traced will be positive. So measure of complete angle, therefore, measure of complete angle. Now it is complete. Okay? So measure of complete angle will be your 360 degree if it goes in anti-clockwise rotation. And if it goes in clockwise rotation, so it will become 360 only, but in negative direction. That is minus 360 degree. So if you get this complete angle, then obviously I will be thinking about half of it. That means it is called as straight angle. So what does straight angle say? Straight angle says that initial arm rotates at the vertex. Okay? Initial arm rotates at a fixed point, that is vertex, and attains the final position which is exactly in the opposite direction of initial arm, right? Or you can say that both of them give you a opposite ray, a pair of opposite ray. That is initial arm rotates at, let me call it as vertex only, at vertex such that it obtains final position which gives you a pair of opposite rays, giving pair of opposite rays for the first time is called as straight angle. Means if this is your angle, okay, this is your initial arm, not angle, okay, it starts rotating in clockwise or anti-clockwise. It starts rotating this way and reaches to a position which gives you exactly the opposite ray of OA, that is this one. And that is your terminal arm for the first time. That is your terminal arm for the first time. So it is called as straight angle, and you can see straight angle is half that of complete rotation. Again, I need less to say, it depends on the rotation. Clockwise negative, anti-clockwise positive. So here it is half of this one complete rotation. So therefore measure of straight angle will be your, that is measure of straight angle will be 360 degree ka half. That is no space to write, so I will directly write, that is 180 degree. Okay, so measure of straight angle will be 180 degree provided it is in anti-clockwise, but if it is in clockwise, so it will become negative. Now after straight angle we will move to 1/4 of complete rotation. So 1/4 of complete rotation is called as right angle, and that you know it is 90 degree, measured obviously as 90 degree. So we are not spending our time over here. Now let us come to the technical terms that will be requiring. Angle in standard position, or so called as standard angle. What it is exactly is, suppose you are having your coordinate axis. This is your, these are your coordinate axis, x and y axis. Okay. Now the angle which has its initial arm along a positive direction of x axis, one, that is, it should have the initial arm along positive direction of x axis. I suppose you are knowing what is positive direction of x axis. You have been studied it in lower standard already. Positive direction, this is positive direction of x axis, this is negative direction of x axis. Okay, so where will be the vertex now? The vertex must be at origin. Vertex at origin. Okay, so that particular angle is called as angle in standard position. That means, suppose I have this particular angle over here. Okay, this angle. So our directed angle AOB is called as angle in standard position because the vertex is at origin, okay, and the initial arm, this is my initial arm, okay, this is my initial arm which goes with this rotation, initial arm along positive direction of x-axis. So that is called as angle in standard position. Now the question comes is कि where can be the position of terminal angle? Now you see here the terminal angle lies in quadrant number 2, right? So here angle, I will say here the angle AOB is in standard position. Okay, it is in standard position having terminal arm lying where? The terminal arm lies in terminal arm या final arm lies in second quadrant Now since the terminal arm lies in second quadrant, we say that this angle AOB lies in second quadrant. Okay, means what? A standard angle whose terminal arm lies in that quadrant is said to be the angle in that quadrant. Okay, the terminal arm lies in here second quadrant. Okay, so that is why we say that particular angle. So therefore we say here the angle AOB lies in second quadrant. Okay, but what if the terminal arm lie on x-axis or on y-axis? This side, this side, this side, this side. What will happen? So such angles are called as quadrantal angles. Okay, quadrantal angles. So quadrantal angle is the angle in which the first thing, what? Well, the first thing first, angle must be in standard position. Okay, means what? Okay, initial arm must be along the positive direction of x-axis. Okay, and what about the vertex? Okay, vertex must be on origin. Then what about the terminal arm? The terminal arm lies on x-axis or on y-axis. That is, either it should lie on x-axis or it should lie on y-axis. Okay. So, lot of things I got my conceptually clear. अब इसमें एक और चीज आती है जिसमें ना नाम पे ही सब कुछ देखो. को मीन्स same terminal angle. That means they are called as coterminal angles. Coterminal angles. यानी those angles having initial arm and final arm same. Two angles having their initial arm and final arm same. इसके लिए उसका नाम दिया है coterminal. They are having initial arm and final arm same. Initial arm and final arm is same. तो फर्क किस में आता है? फर्क आता है rotation and different amount of rotation. Different amount of rotation. So those angles are called as coterminal angles. So let me get one example over here. Let this be an angle which measures 30 degree in anti-clockwise direction. Okay. Now this angle has initial arm OA. Now it starts rotating in anti-clockwise direction and takes the final position your OB. Okay. So what exactly will be the measure of this angle then? The measure of angle will be, पहला जो है वो 30 डिग्री आ गया, उसका तो कोई इश्यू ही नहीं है. The first one is 30 degree. The second is what? It starts from here and reaches over here, one rotation 360 degree, और आगे चल के और 30 डिग्री उसमें ऐड हो जाता है, तो it becomes 360 degree plus 30, that is 390 degree. Now if you see the game over here, कि अगर आप इनको सब्ट्रैक्ट करोगे ना, that is 30 minus 390, one way of subtracting 30 degree minus 390 degree is minus 360 degree. दूसरा way of subtracting 390 minus 30, यानी you will get 360. यानी what you get कि if you subtract these two angles ना, तो you are getting 360. तो this 360 I can write like this कि minus 1 into 360, and this I can write 1 into 360. Right? Means one factor remains unchanged over here. कि when I subtract them, that time I get their subtraction to be 360 multiplied by some number. यानी I can make a conclusion over here that if angles are coterminal, then if angles are coterminal, then their difference is integral multiple of 360 degree. Okay, so I can say here if angles are coterminal, then their difference is integral multiple of 360 degree. यानी यहां का जो नंबर आएगा ना, वो इंटीजर को बिलोंग करेगा, यानी इट विल बिलोंग टू इंटीजर. वो पॉजिटिव भी होगा, नेगेटिव भी होगा. राइट? इट विल बी पॉजिटिव और अदरवाइज नेगेटिव, लेकिन इंटीजर यानी वो फ्रैक्शन में नहीं आएगा, स्क्वायर रूट वगैरह नहीं आएगा, रेडिकल साइन नहीं आएगा. It will be a complete number, -1, -2, -3 and so on, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Okay, so that is coterminal angle. Okay, so now how do I measure angle? That is system, how do I measure angle? So up till now, that is still 10th standard, we used this measure, जिसको हम लोग बोलते थे डिग्री मेजर. That is protractor using, and using that we used to measure the degree. बराबर? उसका नाम है, दूसरा नाम, which is actually the correct name, sexagesimal system. ओके, सेक्साजेसिमल सिस्टम. बट ठीक है, अपने लिए तो डिग्री मेजर ओके, अंडरस्टैंडिंग इज वेरी गुड. ठीक है, कैसे मेजर किया गया था इसको? ओके, स्टेप नंबर 1 था कि एनी सर्कल विच इज देयर, ओके, एनी सर्कल विच इज देयर, गिवन देयर, दैट पर्टिकुलर वन सर्कल इज नथिंग बट वन रोटेशन. यानी एक रोटेशन जो है, वन रोटेशन जो सर्कल बना देगा ना आपको, वन रोटेशन का कर लिया 360 पार्ट्स. 360 part किए. Okay, so that is why if you see that उसको क्या बोलते हैं, stencil, round वाला stencil, round वाला, हाँ, in which circles are there, number of circles in between. That round वाला stencil if you see ना, तो there you will find the measure given from 0 degree to 360 degree. यानी उस वन रोटेशन का कितना पार्ट किया, 360 डिग्री, 60 पार्ट्स. अब हर एक पार्ट को नाम दिया, ईच पार्ट कॉल्ड एज डिग्री. हर एक पार्ट को नाम दे दिया डिग्री. ठीक. अब अगर हर एक पार्ट को नाम दे दिया डिग्री, तो इसका मतलब डिग्री इतना छोटा हो गया, बराबर है. अब उस डिग्री का, दैट इज that degree, 1 degree gave rise to, that is divided again into 60 parts, right? Means that one small degree which is there is divided again into 60 parts. So each part is called as minute, 1 minute. Symbolically, degree to symbol you know already. So this is 1 minute ka symbol. Okay. So you can imagine 360 parts of one rotation. Each part again divided into 60 parts. So that gives one part is 1 minute. Now that 1 minute again divided into 60 parts. Okay. Now that 1 minute which is there, 1 minute divided in 60 parts, it is called as 1 second. Okay, the symbolical is 1 second. Okay, yani now I will understand it very properly. K, 1 rotation divided into 360 part, each part called as degree. Then 1 degree divided into 60 parts, each part called as minute, and then 1 minute divided into 64 there are more parts, that is called as seconds. So that is why if you remember, or might have not seen, but at least you have heard in the movies or documentaries, when means those particular surfers, that is skiers go na, to avalanche if it comes, then they get struck. So on that radio signal they say कि I am at so called as 264 degree to the north, 36 minute and 12 seconds. So that is the system which shows your exact position on the earth. So it is this only. ठीक. Now there is another system of measuring this, and that's system is called as circular measure or radian measure. Now, the second system which we already discussed is radian measure. The unit of measurement over here is in radian. So what exactly it is, that we will first understand. Suppose you have a circle of some radius. Okay. This is a circle of radius r. Okay, this is O and this is A. Now, same thing I am saying. I fix a nail over here, and this is a thread. Okay, so I pull this end at this side and start moving it. So when I start moving it, it will move along the circumference. Okay, I will move it along the circumference till I get the length equal to radius of circle. That is, I will move it till I get the length equal to radius of circle. Means over this length which is there is equal to radius of circle. Okay. So angle traced at this rotation, that is angle traced by this rotation, is called as 1 radian. Okay. So what I said, we took a circle of r units, that is radius of that circle is r units. Okay, so that circle I took, and having taken that circle, what I did further is I traced an arc whose length of that arc is equal to radius of circle. Okay, is equal to radius of circle. Then the angle traced at the center by this arc is called as 1 radian. So therefore angle traced, so angle traced by arc AB at the center is called as 1 radian. Okay. It is also said as angle subtended by arc. Angle subtended by arc AB at center is called as 1 radian. The condition over here is what? Key radius of circle is equal to length of arc. Okay, radius of circle was equal to length of arc. So that particular angle traced is called as 1 radian. तो इसका मतलब ऐसा होगा कि 1 radian is completely dependent on radius of circle. Let us understand this. Okay, so let this be one circle with radius 1 unit, and this is another circle of radius 2 units. Okay, so what will happen here? This is 1 unit, so it will trace an arc over here of 1 unit. Okay, so this will be 1 unit. Okay, so what we say here, the angle traced at the center will be 1 radian. I hope you are able to see, but if not, then please adjust. Okay, so it is 1 radian. Okay, and here if you see, this is your 2 unit. 2 unit. So arc traced also will be of 2 units. Right. So the angle traced by this particular arc, or angle subtended by this particular arc at the center is called as 1 radian, not 2 radian. Right? Means it is completely independent of radius of circle. Okay? That is, radian is completely independent of radius of circle. Okay, so now we will further see what is the relationship of this particular radian and degree. That is, what relationship does it hold? So what I am doing is, let me take a relationship I am establishing. So I say here K, radian measure is completely independent of radius of circle. Completely independent of radius of circle. Okay. So now let us see what is the relationship between radian and degree. Relationship between radian and degree measure. Okay, radian measure and degree measure. What is the relationship between them? So now when I move further, so what I understand in this is K, if I have a circle, okay, now let me draw a circle first. and in which I will take a radian and I will also relate it with degree. You can see a circle is drawn over here. Okay, 1 radian radius is taken and 1 radian is at the center. That is, angle subtended by the arc is of 1 radian. Now what I am doing is, just as in part, now I am just extending this side. Okay, kick and let it be C. So actually speaking, this your A, B and C, okay, if this rotation is taken anti-clockwise, so angle ABC over here, angle ABC will be your 180 degree, right? Because it is now straight angle as per the defined part. Okay, and your angle AOB is your so-called as R radian. That is 1 radian, sorry, not R radian, 1 radian. So let me mention that also. The angle AOB is your 1 radian. So let us see the relationship. Length of arc AB is equal to length of arc AB is equal to R, correct? And what will be the length of arc ABC? ABC, it is पूरा सर्कल का आधा, that is 2 pi r divided by 2 pi r का half, that is only pi r. So there is some relationship established between them. Yani, if you take the ratio of angles, that is, if you take the ratio of angles over here, that is angle AOB and is to angle ABC, that will be same as the ratio of arc AB is to ratio of arc ABC का length. Okay, so angle AOB found to be as 1 radian, angle ABC is your 180 degree, and length of arc AB is your R, and this is your pi r. So that is why it is told that it is free of the radius, it is independent of the radius. यानी आपको क्या मिला, ये कंसेप्ट तो आपका प्रूव हो गया. दूसरा आपको मिला क्या कि पाई रेडियन इज इक्वल टू 180 डिग्री. इफ इट इज पाई रेडियन, तो पाई रेडियन इज इक्वल टू योर 180 डिग्री. ओके, तो इसका मतलब है कि जब आपको कन्वर्ट करना पड़ेगा, दैट इज, पहला देखो, डिग्री to radian convert if you want to do, then multiply it with pi by 180. Okay, when you convert degree into radian, so whatever degree is given to you, multiply it by pi by 180. तो only remember this, ताकि दूसरा आप आराम से याद कर रख सकते हो. उल्टा हो जाता है ना, तो देन रेडियन टू डिग्री विल बी ऑब्वियसली 180 by pi. तो आई ऑलवेज टेल माई स्टूडेंट्स टू रिमेंबर ओनली वन पार्ट, डू नॉट रिमेंबर बोथ, बिकॉज यू विल गेट कंफ्यूज्ड. एंड हाउ टू रिमेंबर इज वेरी सिंपल. व्हेन रेडियन इज देयर ना, तो पाई इज देयर. अच्छा, आई डिड नॉट टेल यू व्हाट इज द सिंबल ऑफ रेडियन. आई वाज राइटिंग हियर कंटिन्यूअसली, बट आई डिड नॉट टेल यू. रेडियन इज सिंबल ऑफ हाफ डिग्री, यानी डिग्री का जो राउंड होता है उसको काट देते हैं बीच में, इट विल लुक लाइक सी. दैट इज सिंबल ऑफ रेडियन. तो इन व्हेन वी राइट ना रेडियन, दैट टाइम वी डोंट राइट द सिंबल, इट इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. बट व्हेन यू राइट डिग्री, दैट टाइम सिंबल इज वेरी मस्ट नीडेड, इट इज टू मच नीडेड व्हेन यू राइट द सिंबल ऑफ डिग्री. बट इन रेडियन इट इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. तो व्हेन यू कन्वर्ट, एज आई सेड हियर, कि व्हेन यू कन्वर्ट degree to radian. So multiply the degree by pi by 180. That means suppose for example you have here so called as 36 degree. Huh? Now if it is 36 degree, so 36 degree is equal to 36 into pi by 180. Okay, 36 degree is equal to pi by 180, and I think so 3 5s are 15, 6 5s are 30. Okay, so it will be pi by, that is if you divide, so this is 1s are, this is 5s are, so it is pi by 5. So radian symbol is not required here. It is understood that it is radian without the symbol, but degree is not understood, so degree you have to write the symbol over there. Okay, so now you have studied so many parts related to angle. अब इसके आगे का देखते हैं कि इसका एप्लीकेशन कहां पर होगा. तो एप्लीकेशन इफ यू सी, you have studied in your lower standards sector, correct? Sector you have studied. In that you had your length of arc and area of sector. So we'll study about that in this. Now let us see the application of this particular radian. So area of sector, when we find, this is the sector that you have studied in lower standard. Now this central angle which is there, we have taken it as theta, that is in radian. Then one complete rotation, obviously 360 degree, which is nothing but 2 pi, because we saw that pi radian is equal to 180 degree. So it is 2 into 180, that is 2 pi. Now you can also see the relationship. This particular theta is related to this particular area of sector. That means the complete measurement also will be related to the area of complete circle, right? That means there is proportionality found between the measure of central angle or measure of arc and the area of sector. So I can see here that therefore theta upon 2 pi, if I take this proportionality, will be equal to area of sector upon pi r square. So pi divides itself. So what I get here is that area of sector is half r square theta. Okay. On that same ground, I can also find the length of arc taken as s. Okay, length of arc taken as s. So you get same thing, theta upon 2 pi is length of arc upon the length of complete circle, that is length of circle is your 2 pi r, right? That is 2 pi r circumference. That means your s is equal to r theta. That is length of arc is equal to r theta. Now what is the coordination between them? If you see here, what I get, the area of sector is actually half r square theta. So half r into r theta. R square theta can be written as r into r theta, right? Now this r theta is nothing but length of arc, means area of sector is half into radius into s, right? That means I can say that area of sector is equal to length of arc into half radius. That is area of sector is equal to length of arc into half radius. So here we come to end of the theory that we can relate with angle, the measure of angle and the application of it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel up till now, do subscribe it so that you will get full access to all the videos that are present. Now I will come out with more videos. Till then, study properly. Goodbye and thank you.